Alright, so I'm starting to think that the left-hand side of the table of creation has something to do with power in decimal form. Power is equal to VI. Watts are equal to volts times amps. Now, with my new little revelation about what a circled 6 truly is, and what a doubly circled 6 truly is, and how there's a yin and yang balance between a dark 6 and a white 9, which is just an upside down 6. And then the one-dimensional line going around it would be the flip 6, and then the other one-dimensional line going around it would be the backwards 6. 6669, it's all there. It's a new one. It's a new cell. Complete cell. With that new knowledge, I was able to find 1 of 7 of 13 of 110 on the diagonal on the stairway to heaven. Now that's important. Sorry. I found the 1 of 7 of 13 of 110 this way. I found the 1 of 7 of 13 of 110 this way. I've even found the 2143 in a previous video. So I found one this way, I found one this way, now I found one this way. Based off the center of one of the nodes of a tetrahedron. Okay, it's creating a Y which I think is slanted a little into the page, which is why it's not an equilateral Y. Okay, because there's a tilt into the page, which makes this Armageddon quadrant look mirrored in duality, but the mirrored in north-south isn't equal because of the tilt of the other node in and out of the plane. Like, you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Tetrahedron's just a triangular-based equilateral pyramid. Now, inside of a tetrahedron is a singularity, which would be the new heaven. Now, the most simple third-dimensional object is a tetrahedron because of its shape. 3 dots create 3 lines, create a 2D plane in simplest form. You cannot create a 2D plane with 2 singularities. You create a one-dimensional line. Look at that a different way, you create a zero-dimensional singularity. You're unfolding the snowflake, just in terms of number, in terms of dots and lines. Yeah, if that's a skeleton key, it's a good lock. So, anyways, we busted through the door. Okay, the turnstile X door. You know, I'm gonna wedge a triangle there and keep it open for you guys. But like, literally, wow. Knowing that we are one in terms of the flesh and soul uniting as a 1 and an 11, 11 sideways, which is an 11 sideways from a different point of view, which is a 1. And then you look at it, anyways. You are unfolding the snowflakes of 11s, you're understanding the numerology, you're understanding the signs and symbols that have been in every story ever told, pretty much. If it's been worthwhile to tell. This is pretty humbling. Shit, die. So, remember we talked about the simplest form would be the 3 wheels on the faces, and the 3 wheels have an ABC 3-pole configuration, so that'd be 1200 windings each. Energy 1200 guy. 1200 windings, clockwise, counterclockwise, clockwise, 400 windings, 800 windings, 1200 windings. Replicate that by 3 wheels. Okay, you get 3600. Now if we take 3600 watts, divide that by 219, then maybe multiply that by 6, because it's a face. Okay? For the vertices, you'd have a different equation. You'd have 3600 divided by 117 times 8. See what I'm saying? Now, if I were to like make these numbers happen on a calculator and then find these calculator numbers have some kind of strong significance with like, I'm shaking, but with like creation numerically on the left-hand side of the table of creation, but I mean, you're right, because God and man are reversed. I think it's undeniable at this point. So I found the 777, I found the 23.4 degrees, I found the capstone of the pyramid. You're taking an octahedron, think of it this way, okay? You're taking, on the first day you create a 2x2 matrix, okay? You create like a 0 with a line through it because there's a stairway to heaven going through it. You create a 0 with a line through it, a proper depiction of a 0. But we flip it, so it's the other way. We're not reading it from our right to our left. Okay? After that, in the second day of creation, okay, you have a 3x3 matrix. Now you think you have an 88, but you only create an 80. And a circled 80 is an 81, which is the 9x9 matrix in cellular form. So singularity would be the n plus 1 would be the 2x2, the n plus 3 would be the 3x3, which is just a circled 80. The n plus 4 would be the 9x9, which is an 81, which is an 82, which is backwards a 28, which is the n plus 2 of God. So we made another dimension of n is equal to 26, sorry. And with the n plus 4, create the 88 that we perceive, n plus 5, plus n plus 1, n plus 2, n plus 3, energy, n plus 4, n plus 4, n plus 4, it only goes to n plus 4, sorry, there's 5 iterations, n to n plus 4. 5D Earth guy. Within it, we've created God, but the n plus 2 of God. So we have an n plus 4 and an n plus 2. 42 guy. Read it backwards. 24 hours in a day. 42 is the answer to everything. SOHCAHTOA. SCT, sine, cosine, tangent. Now, if you were to make the V somewhere there, let's say throwing an E, you get sect. Now, sect is a not very positive term, I would imagine, which is a 42. You're just making a V. Now, how about secret? So you're adding an E and RE. You're adding a 5 and an 18, and a 5 is a 23, or read backwards is a 32, because you have 32 magnets in your 5 rings of heaven for 160. So secret depicts the number of magnets needed in the stator or whatever. The 2 circuits of 3 rings and 2 rings. We have 32 magnets on each ring. That's what secret is. That's the secret, guys. Cellular energy. A magnetic flywheel. The Eye of Sauron. Look at your athletes. Which players wear these numbers? Which players wear the number 35, 53, 56, 65? 24, 42, 12, 21, 69, 96, 91, 14, 41, 47, 74. What are their names? What are the first letter and last letter of their names? What do their names mean in gematria? Reduced down to number. What are their names and birth dates reduced to in dots and lines in a cell? in a Venn diagram-ish cell of dots and lines. What are all the symbolism in all the movies? What is the symbolism in Christianity? What are the symbolisms in Islam? And probably the whatever Japanese, Chinese religions, I don't know what they are. Indian religions. Whatever the religion. Orthodox, I don't know. All the different derivatives of the same crap. Hertz is equal to millimeter from a certain point of view. HZ is 826. Circled 8's a 9, 9's canceled, 26 circled. You got 2 13s, doubly circled, 26. And the 8's the other circle guy or something. It's the capital P, the B, the D, the 42, and the 8 magnets, and 14 faces. 14 whatever, 14 wheels, composed of 6 faces and 8 vertices, 14, n plus 2 of 12. That's the number n for the number of zodiacs that you think there are. But then they came out and said there's an n plus 1, and I'm telling you there's an n plus 2. It's very important in understanding time, and why there's 364 days in a year, and why there's a leap year every 4 years, and why there's 91 days in a season, and why there should be a 28-day, 13 lunar month year, and why there should be, 12 hours in a day, 12 hours at the night, and your day starts at noon. January is Jan. Okay. Janik. Yes. February is the weird month. Why are the dates the way? Why is the calendar the way the calendar is? Okay. I found all these numbers on the right hand of God, on the table of creation. When in those numbers, that's where you find everything. 52 weeks in a year, everything's there. Anyway, you can only imagine what they're not telling you. These institutions of truth. It's true to a certain point of view, okay? You need the science and the math and the physics and the everything to arrive at the conclusions that we have arrived to in the technology and the advancements in technology that we are at this present time. There's no denying that. There's just an alternate point of view when it comes to collecting energy or the creation of energy via the knowledge of creation itself and the derivation of the English language, which somehow has something to do with some kind of hexagram, Jewish connection, of sacred geometry, and octahedrons and tetrahedrons, and perpetual motion. Yeah. So, and that's synchronistic connection with gematria. And how you are a creator and you create the word. And right now, since this is my task, cellular free energy, I'm tapping into this wavelength. I'm figuring it out. Cosine 5 pi over 2. It's just a picture of what you need to create. 23.4 degree tilt, my god, it's the capstone. Anyway, so yeah.